Getting rid of debt. 4 debt types you should never take on. Another great video for a great day again. What's up, awesome people? In this video, I will share with you the 4 forms of debt that you must avoid. So, if you're new to the channel, then hit the subscribe button. In this channel, we will always talk about money, and to change it, let's now focus on the money's twin, which is debt. No more long intros, let's rock it. Number 1. Credit card. Let's face it, you knew credit cards will be on this list. Having a credit card makes it easy for you to buy the things that you want to buy even if you don't have the money for them at the moment. Sadly, paying with the credit card has become so easy that most people don't know when they've spent more than they can afford to. In short, credit cards are convenient to use, but if you're not careful, you may end up in serious debt. Credit card debts usually come with high interest rates that can be as high as 27%, which is why they can be so debilitating to your financial position. These high interest rates mean that if you have a credit card debt of $1,000 and you fail to pay on time, you may end up paying an extra $270 in interest. This amount can be greater as the interest will compound over time. Having a budget makes it easy for you to find out if you're spending too much money on a particular spending category every month. And it also helps you effectively plan your spending at the beginning of every month and allocate a specific amount for different needs and thereby reduce unnecessary spending. For example, buying a cup of coffee every day makes you spend about $30 to $150 every month. The price for a cup of coffee is about $1 to $5. However, if you decide to make your coffee at home, it will cost you about 16 to 18 cents per cup. That is just about $6 every month. If you compare the price of making your coffee and buying it outside, you'll realize that you can save a lot of money making your coffee. Number 2. Payday loan debt. A lot of financial institutions that offer payday loans will tell you the good things about this form of debt and try to entice you to take them on, but they're only telling one side of the story. A payday loan is one of the loans with the highest interest rates due to its short repayment period. In effect, a payday loan is a short-term emergency loan that is usually due back in less than a month from when you take it out, and almost always is accompanied by a high interest rate. When it comes to borrowing, payday loans can offer you a loan that is as much as 50% of your expected salary, and most people take a payday loan because they have an emergency that can't wait until they collect their salary. These loans are usually deducted immediately from your next paycheck together with the interest. One of the reasons why many people like the payday loan is because of its convenience. When you apply for the loan and your application is approved, you can be paid within minutes. This probably makes it sound like a fair deal for people who need emergency funds, but it isn't. The interest rate on this type of loan is high and may have more disadvantages than benefits. For example, you may be charged as high as $20 for every $100 you get as a payday loan. Remember that you were expected to repay this high interest rate in a short period like 2 weeks. The interest continues to increase and accumulate for some people who fail to pay back within the given period. A payday loan may be easy to obtain, but they may not be the best solution for you, and that is why you must avoid them at all costs. You're much better off asking a friend or family member to spot you some cash in the short term, or even opening a line of credit, as this will come with a lower or zero interest and will save you from risking falling into the payday loan debt spiral. Number 3. Auto loan debt. Another form of debt that many people battle with is this. Auto loan debt can easily drive you into debt with a high interest payment. However, I'm going to share with you some ways to avoid this type of debt in this video. Before you buy a car, you need to make a careful plan. Don't buy a car until you're sure you have a plan to pay it back. If you don't have any plan in place, create one immediately or consider passing on paying for your car on credit. Now, I know it feels good to get into your car and be welcomed by that new car smell, especially if it's your dream car. But you must not enter into debt because you want to buy a new car. You should also consider buying a car that you can afford or a used car if you want to avoid getting it dead altogether. Used cars are cheaper and will still serve the same purpose as a new car. The basic function of a car is to move you from one place to another, and even a used car will perform that function. Another reason why people take out a loan to buy cars that they can't afford is that they don't have a budget for it. Just like you have a budget for your groceries and other items, you also need to have a budget for your car. Know how much you're willing to pay for a car before you take a car loan. You can easily research online to understand how car costs equate to monthly payments. And when you get to the dealer, don't forget to bargain before making the purchase. The dealer wants to charge you as much as possible to make more profit and increase their own commissions. Number 4. Student debt. A student debt is another form of debt that you must avoid at all costs. The majority of graduates come out of school with debt, and some don't have a solid plan for paying it back. Coming out of college with debt is not a good thing, especially when you have a degree that offers little job prospects. Paying back the debt in this case becomes all the more difficult, and the best thing to do is to avoid it. When you come out of college with debt, it can affect you financially in many ways. It can hinder your ability to save for future purchases like a house or a car, or even starting investment in your retirement. Moreover, having thousands of dollars worth of debt can be mentally draining as it hangs over you like a dark cloud. Luckily, there are ways to reduce or avoid student debt altogether, which I want to get into now. The first way to avoid student debt is to have a plan before you ever step foot in college. You can get a job during high school and start saving some of the money for school. This can greatly reduce the burden of the cost when you finally secure your admission. Also, you should consider schools that are not too expensive. Private universities are usually expensive, so you can consider a state school that offers the same degree that you want to study. Or, one last thing you can do to reduce the cost of schooling and avoid debt is to cut your living expenses as a student. You have to endure the hardship now if you want to avoid debt. If it's possible for you to go to school living at home, then do it. It will save you money and get you light years ahead when you graduate. However, if that option is not available to you, you can also consider getting a roommate. You and your roommate could split the rent and you will pay less than when you are renting the apartment alone. Financial success is essentially investing reliable financial effort so that you're in a better financial spot than you would have been without the predictable exertion. Nothing else matters, in light of the fact that there's nothing else you can truly control. Financially stable on a comprehensive level is about something other than gathering cash and being monetarily steady. Achievement for the majority of us cultivates a feeling of prosperity and inner harmony. Defining objectives on the establishment of what is imperative to you and your family will assist with achieving this. So, assuming you need to make financial success, you should figure out how to keep away from these critical forms of debts no matter what. I guess that's it for today. I hope you learned new things in this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. As always, this is Finance Boss. Have a great day, awesome people.